trust you need it, I'll bleed it. Geeking off a perkin', bitch, I'm feeling like a demon. Bitch, I came in, drifting on the pavement. Pass me the stainless, I'm mask off, faceless.
Bears that come and go in and out of the zone. There are regular stop-offs at the empty buildings. Bears are inquisitive animals, and these old houses often contain something worth eating. This one has the kittens inside. They've been left alone while their mother is out hunting again. But their scent is strong, and the bear investigates, looking for a way up to where the smell is coming from. There's a stroke of luck for the helpless kittens. An old pot of jam. It distracts the bear just in time, and the kittens have a narrow escape. With the bear gone, the house is safe again, and the kittens continue to explore. Meanwhile, their mother, oblivious to the dangers their kittens have been facing, is doing what she does best, searching for food, always on the lookout for an opportunity. Chernobyl's bird life is often less contaminated by radiation than creatures that live on the ground. But it was a species of bird that showed a genuine case of mutation after the disaster. Some barn swallows produced white rather than red feathers under their chins. But it appears to have been unattractive to other swallows, and the mutation died out. Other mutations have been brief too. Mutants are often weaker and make easier targets for predators. Life in Chernobyl really is about survival of the fittest. As the cat travels through a surprisingly green post-nuclear landscape, it's hard to imagine this forbidden zone with a silver lining. But the resurrection of Chernobyl's wildlife was so unexpected that it left environmentalists heartened by nature's triumph over man's most terrifying and self-destructive of deeds. While she's making her journey, it's also time for the kittens to start fending for themselves. They make their first unaccompanied steps from the safety of the old house. They combine the spirit of adventure with a serious lack of experience, and it's extremely unlikely that they will have much success in finding anything to eat on their own. At best, they must try and stay alive. For the mother cat to have survived here, she must know where to hunt for food and how to stay out of trouble. She'll often take advantage of hunting in a confined space. Such a strategy takes her into the derelict buildings that were once the schoolhouse. Among the debris scattered around are the children's gas masks. Everything here has been left to gradually succumb to the sublime decay that only time can bring. And it has plenty of that. Every object adds to the eerie memories of a place once so full of life. Meanwhile, our young ones are still heading further away from the safety of the house. They've stuck together, moving as a little pack. But without their mother, they've no sense of the danger they may be heading into. She's still unaware of what the adventurous kittens are up to, as she continues to patrol the old schoolhouse. Hundreds of Pripyat schoolchildren were forced to flee, leaving everything behind, their toys and books frozen in time. She scours the gymnasiums and kindergarten playrooms. These old buildings have remained a stronghold for the rodent population, with plenty of places to make a nest. Back on their own journey, the kittens are heading into open country, making them even more vulnerable to attack. Not from predators lurking in the shadows of the old building, but anything that's watching from above. One of the most successful of hunters that now inhabit this place is the bird of prey. There are so many small mammals here that they've become incredibly successful. And the kitten makes an easy kill. As one of her kittens becomes prey, their mother is about to make her own kill. A small snake, just enough to keep her going. But as always, it brings another dose of radiation. After her journey, she's finally returned to the old house to check on her kittens. But she soon makes a disturbing discovery. She's returned home to find an intruder lurking around the family home. The lone wolf has finally reached the village and is starting to explore. The forest wolves seldom venture this far into what was once the human world. They're far too wary. But for our wolf, that could be an advantage. He must keep hidden from the other packs. And this might be just the place to do it. They play hide and seek through the fallen timbers of the old barn. This is her territory, and she knows every inch of it well. She manages to keep one step ahead of him. She needs to find her kittens before he does. She won't be able to keep the wolf from the door for much longer. His persistence pays off, and he manages to get into the house. If they stay high, he'll never be able to reach them. The mother cat leads by example and keeps her nerve. While she's here to watch out for them, they'll have the best chance of staying alive. Eventually he gives up the search, but he's found a new home. Next, he'll need to find a mate. While he's gone for now, he'll almost certainly be back. His arrival means they must leave. She's down to 2 kittens now, and she can't risk losing another one. She's about to embark on the first leg of a journey that will take the family away from the only home she's ever known. The house where she was born and where she grew up. She gathers the young kittens, and together they leave the old house for the last time, never to return. To the outskirts of the village. They're heading towards the forest, a place she's been many times before. But it's a strange and unfamiliar world for the kittens. slow going. The wood is full of huge obstacles for the small cats. Sticking close together, she makes sure they're never far behind. And gradually they start to find their feet, as they cross the streams and rivers following her lead. Even the thinnest branch makes a useful bridge. The forest is full of creatures they've never seen before. A pine marten, just emerging from its tree trunk nest. Almost immediately the people left this place, it began returning to nature. Secretive creatures started to reappear. And this forest is now as vibrant and full of life as any jungle. After dark, the forest changes hands, as the nocturnal creatures of the wood emerge. It's the domain of our lone wolf, a stealthy nocturnal hunter. His sight and sense of smell provide a crucial sensory picture of this cluttered world. He moves silently through the forest, listening for anything that might lead to a meal. Soon the telltale sound of a wild boar breaks the silence. Now he'll use his natural stealth to pursue it, moving silently through the tangled undergrowth. The wolf can sense this is a lone boar. He won't have to miss out again. So he picks up the pace and begins his relentless pursuit. This forest is a place where the natural balance of predator and prey has been re-established. The natural predators are the only hunters left here now. It may be a radioactive food chain, but they are at the top of it. It's not just the human evacuation that keeps so many wild creatures here safe from the hunter's bullet, but the knowledge that the flesh of these creatures is contaminated by radioactivity. It's a bizarre, but highly effective